So, moving on to our hot topic as well. And it certainly is a hot topic for this evening as well, because according to Adam Stern from the Sports Business Journal, the NTT IndyCar Series is finalizing its new media rights deal for 2025 and beyond. Now, Stern says that IndyCar is planning to move on from NBC Sports and begin working with Fox Sports moving forward. It was rumored that NBC and Fox offered a full network TV package for IndyCar races. Now, with NASCAR on Fox coverage ending before the Coca-Cola 600 as well, which will be on Amazon Prime next year, this would allow Fox to roll right into the Indianapolis 500 and the rest of the IndyCar season when Cup Series races coverage concludes. Now, this move would add some uncertainty regarding the future of IndyCar on NBC. Broadcast team, although Lee Diffie is expected to begin calling Cup Series races after the Summer Olympic break on NBC. Now, Stern added that we could have confirmation of this new rights deal by the end of the week. The link to this article is in the video description, and the photo taken by Joe Skabinski from Penske Entertainment as well. It's a big debate, isn't it, Matt? Because it doesn't affect us much over here in the UK with us having it on Sky Sports F1, but I suppose it does affect everyone over in America more, and also from a coverage point of view, because if IndyCar replaces NBC Sports with Fox Sports, given what you know about their NASCAR coverage, and myself too, learning this year, commentating on it, do you think this move could be beneficial for IndyCar or hurt them more?
It certainly needed a big shake, and we've been probably doing it again now, bashing IndyCar every week on this show for various things. But it certainly needed a big shake-up, and I'm, unlike most of the Grid Network Slack chat over the last couple of hours who are quite negative on this move, I'm quite positive on it because I think it'll bring something different. I think NBC, although the commentary team is good, the coverage has been fairly stale over the last couple of years, especially since the pandemic, and it just needs a bit of a grab and a rustle to get things going. If they get Diffie, it's unlikely, because let's be honest, he doesn't just do IndyCar and NBC, Supercross, Olympics, golf, much more. And there was a rumor of a couple of years ago, hopefully I'm not talking out of turn here, that he was being touted to come and take Crofty's job with Sky, and NBC offered him all of the other things, which kept him stateside. So if they can keep him to do those things, then great. And of course, looks like he'll be calling the Cup races this year, and obviously that will roll through probably next. But who will, if they get it, then the questions will be, if Fox get the deal, the questions will be who's going to lead the commentary team, who will they have in pit road, how will they produce it, will they do anything other than what we get from NBC now in terms of the races, qualifying and practices, probably on FS1 or something like that. I think Ben was someone that said they'll tuck it away on FS2, 5, 7 or somewhere if there's a rain delay and all this kind of thing. We've just got to give them a chance. If they get the deal, it's obviously yet to be formally announced, but we talked about this 6-7 weeks ago. Then it went a bit cold and stale, over probably because it was the 500 and they didn't want to talk about it while the 500 was on. Now we're clear of the 500 and it's back on again. So I'm quite positive that Fox will pick it up and do what they did with NASCAR at the beginning of their NASCAR deal, all the way back in 2000, 2001, and take it and grow it. Much like we saw, and this is again a bit parochial, remember when Formula One was leaving the BBC for Sky, the world was falling down and it was imploding in television land. Look what they've done, Sky, with the Formula One coverage. I know people will have moans and gripes about it, but they've taken, BBC were great, but I think Sky have taken it to another level, and let's hope Fox can and will do the same with IndyCar going forward.
And arguably with Sky at the moment, they're in a bit of a stale period as well. They need to be shaken up a bit and re-energized, and they're doing that with Crofty stepping away for some races. Harry Benjamin's coming in, and that's energizing the commentary box. They're moving pundits around and, seeing who works. Go on.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say new pundits with Jack Villeneuve being part of the coverage in Canada last weekend, of course.
Yeah, they just need to find out what works.
Very much felt.
Yeah, I still think putting him and Danica Patrick together was one of the worst ideas because, as I said on the wrap-up show, the last time them two were together on television as well, Rebilas crew chief was going after Danica with a tire wrench, if I'm not mistaken, as well, in the NASCAR race that you saw. So not the greatest to have it there. My take on it is this. NBC do a lot for IndyCar. You know, every session is covered on Peacock. Every single hour of the Indy 500 is covered on Peacock. And then we have the race itself on NBC. They are outstanding with that. But it grates on me. IndyCar is one of the trickiest ones to commentate on because we don't have enough information. We really don't. We get a timing tower at the side of the screen, and that's it. We don't get, if we go on board with the drivers, you have to know, if you're a casual fan, you've got no idea who you're on board with. I struggle sometimes to tell the difference between Pato O'Ward's helmet or Felix Rosenquist's. And you have to look around because the halo doesn't say it. We need them to come up on the screen exactly like how Fox do, where it comes up immediately if we cut to the car, this is who you're looking at. And in Formula One, it does the same. We need the graphics. We need the information. And I think NBC have gone a little bit stale with their IndyCar coverage. When they got it in 2019, it was right, let's go. And then it just went stale. And I think that's what we've got right now. It's just gone stale.
I think you're, not to go off topic, but I think the driver ID thing more is a series problem rather than a TV thing because, and like in IMSA, every time you cut to an onboard camera, you've got the car number in front of the camera, so you know exactly who you're with. That might be a series production thing rather than a televisual thing. Ben says, if Fox allows IMS Productions to continue to have maximum control and puts the right people in the right places, this might be okay, but he's not holding out much hope.
I don't see Roger giving up control of the television product, considering that he owns, as you say, the production company. I think it'll be like they'll all just be working together, but it needs to change. Question is, who goes to the booth for IndyCar and Fox, says Adam. I was thinking about this. I don't know who they put in. Obviously, we'd all say Alan Bestwick immediately, but everyone's kind of wanting him on the Amazon deal with NASCAR and the TNT coverage. So I'd rather have Bestwick on NASCAR. So
he's the most wanted man in motorsport commentary in the States who doesn't currently have a motorsports commentary deal in the States.
Yeah, it's weird.
Matthew Owen says the IndyCar couldn't even outrate NASCAR's pre-race show this weekend. Yes, you heard that right. They need some kind of shake-up. This is a great combination. It's probably either going to be Alan Bestwick, you would imagine, or they promote Adam Alexander up from their Xfinity Series coverage, because of course they don't have the Xfinity Series coverage as of now because it's going off to NBC for this weekend. Yeah. So that was the last Xfinity race on Fox for the foreseeable on Saturday afternoon. Ben says, no doubt it's not all doom and gloom until we see the final product. I just can't be too optimistic based on how their NASCAR coverage has gone.
What's the betting here?
Oh, more. There's more to Ben's comment. Sorry, Josh, before you say, but if there's even less overlap between production teams and on-air crews than NBC has with IndyCar and NASCAR, it could be something that works. Much to flush out in the wash here. Ben says, my biggest fear, I know you'd have plenty to say on this, my biggest fear is Fox's ability to monitor the strategy aspects of IndyCar, which is sorely lacking in their NASCAR broadcasts. NBC hasn't always done a great job with that either, though, to be fair.
I've just thought of one person who is still commentating, out of a job, very respected broadcaster in America. Let's have Bob Varsha. That might be a call at IndyCar. That's a strong call. He was on F1 for years as well. He was liked and respected. Put him on IndyCar on a Fox deal might be quite interesting. Your silence here is a bit like,
I'm not the biggest Bob Varsha fan, and let's be honest, we don't know what Bob's health is, considering he had a health scare.
Oh, he's better. He's doing a lot better as far as I know.
Kobe in the chat of the screen says he'd love Ryan Marin to jump up from IMS Radio. That they could do that too. Who knows? Many things to flush out in the wash.
And Kobe's corrected me. It was Danica's crew chief who was going after Villeneuve. I got it backwards. Yeah, sorry. Well, to be fair, wouldn't you go after Jack Villeneuve with the tire wrench? I know I would. The amount of times on the commentary of the weekend, I was going like, just no, it's not that. It's not that. Oh, it's just great on me. I don't know. Tom Brady on Indianapolis 500 Courage would be phenomenal. It really would, actually, as well. That would be quite something. Jamie Little has IndyCar ties. No. Jamie Little is very much she would be down in pit lane as well. Jamie Little would be great in pit lane, but she's not the best play-by-play commentator as well. Bob Varsha has called IndyCar races before. Yeah, he's called a couple of them as well. That's what I was thinking. Varsha's doing some F1 radio stuff with Sirius XM ESPN right now. He is. That's true, yeah. With Chris McCarthy, colleague as well. So it's tricky. Who would you put in the... Who would the co's be? Who would you put as the co-commentators? That's the question, because that's the balance. I think keep Hinchcliffe immediately, but Townsend Bell, I think we could do better.
Hinch has got Formula One ties as well, though, hasn't he, with F1 TV? So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Much to flush out in this, and nothing is yet official. So we will wait and see.
It's going to be good. Anyway, it's time to wrap up our coverage. We'll keep across that here on Grid tonight, and we might have to do some roundtable stuff around it too. There's a lot to talk about. But next up, it's Matt with our latest from Grid EPI update.
Thank you, Josh. We talked all about Le Mans. Keep an eye on Connor Daly, Ben says, for a potential punditry deal. That would be good if he doesn't get a full-time ride.